Okay, so welcome to Johnny's AI journey. In effect, I'm fairly new to AI. I don't have lots of coding experience or anything like that, or any real experience with AI. I've probably done what most people have done is I've played around with it a little bit on, a bit of ChatGPT and a bit of Google Gemini. So I'm inviting you to come along on the journey with me to see if we can learn more about AI and how we can use it in our normal lives and in business as well. So we're starting off with a video on YouTube, how to master ChatGPT in 5 minutes with this guy on YouTube. He's called Futurepedia. He seems to be a fairly popular teacher about AI. So I'll keep interrupting the video and sort of saying where we're at, and we'll go from there. Let's hear him out.
ChatGPT has grown to over 100 million users in 2 months. It was already the fastest growing consumer application in history, but this is insane. The large language model from OpenAI was released to the public in November, and it's already showing how AI will transform life as we know it. So I want to cover how to master ChatGPT quickly, I'll show you some cheat sheets, and also give a list of 10 ways you can immediately start implementing it to improve your life and save you time. AI.
That's what we're after. How is it going to improve our lives, and how is it going to help us move forward?
Is going to advance exponentially and become more and more integrated with everyday life. It won't replace everyone's jobs right away, but people that are good at using AI will. It's easy to get started messing around, and I assume you already have. You just agree.
I heard on a podcast the other day a guy saying that 98% of people will become consumers and 2% will become creators. And the way that I view it is I'd rather not be left behind. I'm 37 now, but I feel like I could be a part of that 2% if I put the effort in. So that's where we're at now.
Account and start typing, and you'll get these incredibly human-like responses to anything you ask. But there's a couple secrets to mastering ChatGPT. The first is asking it the right questions, and guess what? Perfectly crafted questions for countless topics have already been created, and you can use them for yourself, Mad Lib style. And even better, it's insanely easy. I'll show you exactly how, explain why it works, then give some more secrets. Here's the list of sample prompts, and they demonstrate the first really important concept for improving your questions. They give ChatGPT an identity as an expert in the field you're seeking advice from. Just like in real life, you would seek out an expert in the field you're inquiring about, you make ChatGPT that expert. This sets its tone and results in a more comprehensive and focused response. And the next factor is you need to define your objective as specifically as possible. That's included in some of these prompts, but you'll need to add it in yourself and others. So I'll demonstrate with.
So I guess in that way, it's not too dissimilar from if you're Googling something. The more specific you are, the more likely you are to find the answer that you exactly want. That's the way, at least it seems.
Example, I'll go with something broad. Let's say I want help being healthier. The typical way someone would ask is create a healthy meal plan and exercise routine for the week. And there we go, it's not bad. Now, to level that up, I'll type, you are an expert nutritionist, health coach, and personal trainer. Use your knowledge of exercise science, nutrition advice, supplements, and other relevant factors in order to create a plan suitable for me. I am a 34-year-old fit male. My goal is to lose some weight while focusing on increasing muscle mass. I would also like to optimize for longevity. Write me a meal plan and exercise routine for the week. You can see how much better this response is with the extra protein and calories in the meal plan, and instead of mostly cardio-based workouts, it uses a lot more strength-oriented exercises. And because of the identity, it adds some additional information of the reasoning behind its choices. And in this case, being specific helps the most.
Okay, so it seems like, yeah, the identity part is pretty important. So to actually, sorry pal, I didn't mean to freeze your face.
Obvious reasons, but you can see how.
So to give it the identity, to give it the instructions as sort of detailed as possible, seems to give you the best result.
Drastic the change was. There's a massive list of prompts just like this for tons of scenarios. I have it linked down in the description. It's completely free. I'm not affiliated in any way, just a fan. And you can also use that link to download the desktop version of the app. I definitely recommend.
Okay, so let's pause here and go to this link, which he said is in the YouTube description. Did I just skip that forward? We'll find out in a second. Cheat sheet, here we go. So I have ChatGPT open here. I have signed up for a Plus account, and let's have a look. Okay, so this is the repository. Prompts. Act as a. Act as a. So they all seem to be saying act as a something. So in effect, we're getting the ChatGPT to act as something. First of all, he mentioned something in that video actually, which I would like to go and have a look at. I think so. One of the things I've heard is that the more specific you are, the better. But also, if you tell it who you are, that also helps. So I'm going to type in explain like I'm 10. What is a LLM? That was something he mentioned. LLM. A large language model is a supergiant library robot. Okay, it has read millions and millions of books, articles, websites, and stories. Because of that, it has learned how people usually put words together. When you ask it a question, it doesn't know the answer like a human, but it's really good at guessing the next word that should come after the last one. Kind of like playing the world's biggest game of finish the sentence. So if you say, once upon the LLM has seen thousands of times that people say time, so it says time. That's how it talks to you, by predicting words so that it sounds like a real person. Would you like me to explain this guessing in a different? No, I think that makes sense. That makes sense to me. So let's have a go at one of these, shall we? Let's try this one. I want you to act as a motivational coach. Let's try that. I've got no idea why I'm saying that one, but let's go with it. I want you to act like a motivational coach. I'll provide you with some information about someone's goal and challenges. It'll be your job to come up with strategies that can help this person achieve their goals. Okay. My first request is I need help motivating myself to listen to some. Okay, I'm not studying for an exam. My first request is I need help being motivated to keep up with the constant changes. Excuse me, I'm slow at typing. Changes with AI. Got it, Johnny. Let's put the coaching hat on. The fact that AI is always changing isn't a burden. This is what it's come up with. Strategies to stay motivated. Micro learning, not marathon learning. Spend just 15 to 20 minutes a day catching up. Pick one thing, maybe a new feature, quick article, or testing a tool. Small daily action beats trying to catch up in giant chunks. Set your why in stone. Ask yourself, why do I want to stay on top of AI? Is it for business growth, personal? I like that, set your why. Why are we doing it? Gamify it, making learning AI fun. Don't do it alone. That's always good, having people around you who, some of the people that I work with, we like to talk about AI and they like to talk about AI and what's going on with their sort of learning of it. So I'll be able to join in that conversation. Okay, let's go back to the video and see where we're at.
And that. And I could go over more examples to drive this point home, but it's more helpful to do that on your own. You might have noticed I didn't copy and paste one of the prompts. I could have used like the personal trainer one. The concepts are simple, so with a little practice, you can write your own that cater to your specific scenario. On to the next step, refine. ChatGPT remembers the entire conversation within each chat, so it will still be acting as that same expert, but with any additional info you may have provided.
He did just say within each chat, so it sounds like, I might be wrong on this, but if you go into if you have a new chat, it won't remember the conversation from the previous one.
But to refine this answer, you could say, I'm lactose intolerant, or provide that in a format that includes the calories and price for the meal plan, and only use bodyweight exercises I can do at home, then create a shopping list for me. Boom. It's already done a full exercise routine, plus a meal plan with all of the ingredients I need on a shopping list, everything catered to my specific body type and goals. The templates cover a lot of topics, and just reading through them can give you a lot of ideas on how to craft your own. So just get going, experiment, and refine your style. Depending on what the conversation's about, there are tons of follow-up prompts you can use to refine ChatGPT's answers. Some really useful ones are explain this like I'm 5 years old, compile this into an actionable list, summarize this into a tweet, write this in the perspective of a partner, a friend, a customer, a pirate, make this more formal or informal, add some humor or sarcasm to this, format this as a table, as bullet points. Those are some I use all the time. There are countless use cases for this that can save you time and optimize your life. Some easy ones to implement are writing for like essays, copy, scripts, emails, texts, tweets, and you can input whatever style you would like it to compose those in. You could also feed it a lot of your own writings and tell it to compose any of those in that same style. Write a loving text to my wife that sounds like me. Recommendations for things like products, books, or songs. I liked this book or product. What's another similar one I might like? And then brainstorming is huge. Business ideas, titles, writing prompts, YouTube videos, and if the ideas it comes back with seem bland or generic, I like to add the.
Okay, so by the sound of it, this can be very useful in all sorts of everyday life. I guess almost using this as like a companion in terms of whether that be like almost like a business partner or bouncing ideas off of like things like the idea of meal planning. One of the things that I sort of like don't want to say I struggle with, but just coming up with ideas for meals week after week and not repeating the same thing and trying to keep it exciting, it's quite difficult. So it sounds like at least this will be quite helpful for that in a sort of normal life. So let's just quickly finish the last bit of the
Requirement
video.
that the ideas should be unique or unconventional. Then coding. It can save massive amounts of time writing or troubleshooting code. Another one I like a lot.
That's the bit that kind of I don't want to say scares me, but is sort of sounds like it's going to be very useful for a lot of people. But I don't know anything about coding, so we'll see.
Is simplifying complex topics like books, lectures, or articles. You can just copy a long article and paste it in there, then ask it to summarize it or give you some bullet points. Or you can give it the title of a self-help book and say, give me a list of 5 actionable insights from this book. Things like that, it's great. And then recommendations around health, exercise, or mental health. There's tons of ways to apply that to your life. It's great for recipes. You could list some ingredients you have on hand and ask it for recipes that use only those ingredients. Shopping lists. You can just write what meals you want to make and tell it to make you a grocery list with the items you need. And also basically any question you would typically Google, it will usually get you the answer more quickly. It'll analyze a bunch of sites and give you the most relevant info. Just remember that this is a tool. Use it to save you time, but it's not perfect. You need to use your own judgment to know what to use and when to fact check. It's here to stay, and over the next 5 to 10 years, maybe less, those that are competent and confident in using AI and implementing it in their life and work will get further ahead in their personal, professional, and probably romantic lives.
Fast teams need a fast CRM, and that's Monday CRM.
Turn that off. That was really interesting. It was only a quick 5-minute video, so I wasn't expecting it to go into a huge amount of depth. But I suppose what will be quite interesting is just to keep giving it a go. So I've now tried that bit there. Let's try. I can see here that it got dictate mode and then use voice mode. Let's try that, shall we? Let's try using voice mode. Allow ChatGPT to act. Okay, hello.
Hello. Just like that, we're right here. Let me know if you need more motivational tips or anything else at all, Johnny.
That's great, thank you. Yeah, I'm actually feeling a little bit overwhelmed with all the AI world that's going on. Can you maybe help me stay motivated in some way?
Absolutely, Johnny. Let's keep it simple and motivating. When things feel overwhelming, one of the best tricks is to just break it down. You don't have to tackle the whole AI universe at once. Just pick one little piece each time. And remember, it's perfectly fine to go at your own pace. Keep reminding yourself that every small step forward is progress. If you want, we can set up a Tanch Weekly Challenge or just a little routine to keep you on track and keep it all feeling doable.
Okay, that's great. Can you tell me, I mean, tell me what are some of the limitations of AI and ChatGPT?
Sure. That's a great question. And it's good to keep in mind that even though AI like ChatGPT can do a lot, it definitely has its limits. For one, AI doesn't actually understand things the way humans do. It's really good at predicting what to say based on patterns it's seen before, but it doesn't have personal experiences or actual feelings. It can also get things wrong sometimes or be out of date because it doesn't have the most recent info after a certain point unless it looks things up. So basically, think of it as a super helpful tool, but not a magic all knowing being. It's here to assist, but it's not perfect, and that's totally okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, so, and then after that conversation, by the looks of it, hello, just like that we're here. Okay, so it also has uh, a written part of the conversation that we've just had, so that's quite useful. I think best to sort of leave that there. I'm going to go away now and have a little play on using ChatGPT, see what I think, see what I can learn, what I find it useful for, and I think that's probably the next step for you too. So thanks very much for watching along with me and joining in with my AI learning journey. Look forward to seeing you again on the next one. Do feel free to click subscribe on the channel. It'd be great to have you follow along with me. So thank you very much. See you on the next one.